wow.
So it's working.
What's up, Trey?
What up, what up?
Trey, what up, kid? I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, bro. I've been busy, man.
Yeah.
Michael, did you
Trey,
start the podcast, bro?
I started the record. I pressed the record.
Okay, dog. Am I on time? I thought I was late.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Doug's coming on, then Blake Courville's coming on as well.
Okay. Does somebody need to hop off? Or can we fit everybody up in here?
No, I think it fits everybody. Sean, do you know? Does it fit more than?
You got the paid plan. I think you could do 8 to 10.
Okay, perfect.
You get a party in this sucker going on.
Came in handy. That was
Sean,
like one of the things.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, same here, brother. Nice to meet you.
That was one of the things that, like, when I was looking at the plans for like StreamYard and everything, like I didn't know what any of that meant, but I just saw one said like, "Oh, you can have a lot of people on at once." I was like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna buy that package, whatever that is." Before we get into Olympia stuff, I wanted to put this up on here. So this is a link to GoFundMe for North Carolina Relief Fund. In Ranson Lee, I'll put a link in the description for people, but if you go onto his Instagram, and I think it's just Ranson, RANSON _Lee, him and his wife are set up at a local gym, and they have a bunch of links where you can send, stuff for relief, what's needed for people. And then this GoFundMe is if you can only like donate cash, but I know North Carolina, South Carolina's hurting right now. And then people in Tampa tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's looking bad. My wife's looking at it on the TV right now. It's terrible.
Yeah. I'm sure we all got friends down in that area. So
yeah, my brother's 20 minutes from Sarasota, and they're getting pounded.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah, prayers to everybody in Florida and everybody in the pathway of this hurricane and all these tornadoes and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So if you have the means to donate at all, or send some goods down there, like I said, link will be in the description, and I'll put Ranson and his wife's Instagram on there. So if you're on Instagram, you can go to their pages and check out what you can do.
Yeah, like they say, every little bit adds up.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Every little bit helps.
Yep. I heard that it's like a Category 5, and a Category 5 hurricane hasn't actually made landfall in Florida in like 100 years or something like that. So I think it's pretty serious, and I hope everybody's safe, or as safe as they can be.
Yeah, it's devastating to everybody there. It's crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it almost makes it like where the Olympia doesn't even matter.
For sure. Yeah. It's it shows what's really important, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What was I gonna? Yep, that's all linked. Let me see if Trey, do you know Blake? Brandon, do you know Blake Courville?
Yeah, I know Blake.
Yeah,
I don't know Blake.
Yep. He said he's coming on. He might be a little late, but he's coming. I haven't heard from Doug, but usually he hops on. Oh, well, we'll just get started without them. So I guess before we get into like prediction stuff, me and Sean were talking earlier, like yesterday, and talking about, obviously, we all know Nick Walker's not doing the O for whatever personal reasons. And this isn't about Nick in my, like, this has nothing to do with Nick. Just in generalities, I guess. If you're a top level pro like that doing a show, what do you think is an appropriate reason or appropriate timing to bow out of a show? It's a tough one, right?
That's tough. I don't know. I mean, obviously health.
Yeah, right, health. Yeah.
I mean, but it'd be hard for me to pull out if I don't know. We're not getting bloods done, like a week out. You know what I mean? I'm sure if there were some issues, which I've never had any terrible issues. You know, I'm like saying if you're peeing blood or something like that.
Yeah.
Never had any of that happen to me. Hopefully that never happens. But I also don't push it that far either. So I think, if you get to that point, and you're having to maybe do something like that to reach the conditioning or, whatever to get on stage, then maybe you need to call it. But, if you're pushing that much anyway, probably don't need to be getting on there anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to take a stab in the dark, my guess is something happened, and like not just happened recently, it probably happened because the way the committee works, like with the Olympia, you need to like submit information to them of why you're pulling out. So it's not as just like you can't just pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, I'm out." It doesn't work that way. So my guess is his body was not responding well, probably like a couple of weeks to a month ago, and they tried fixing it, or blood work was not like. He just wasn't responding in that way, like where things would be able to push along. So obviously something went wrong. And once they found that out, I'm sure that they hit up the committee and said, hey, like, we need to pull him up. Because like Antoine made a great, like, he was on Tuttle's podcast. They did the AMA podcast. And like, I think this just might open the door for a lot of like pros to just be able to pull out, because at this point, like you can just, as far as I'm concerned, you can just look at it and be like, hey, my blood work's bad. I can't do it. What are they going to say?
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's exactly like I was having a conversation with Shay last night, and I was like, if it was, no offense to Nick, but if it was any other pro outside the top 5, right? Like, are they just going to let him?
Bat an eyelash.
You're signing a contract, right? Like this is a contract. This is a work contract. And unless, from what I know, unless it's, the doctor has to be like, yo, this competitor is not fit to compete, from what I've heard, to get out of a contract.
Yeah, but anyone would like, and this is another point, like anyone 4 weeks out or like 6 weeks out from a show, if you were to run your blood work, dude, it's going to be fucking garbage.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? Everything's going to be elevated. Your AST, your AL, like your ALT, your AST, your hemoglobin, your like cystatin C, like all that shit, kidneys, livers, forget it. It's going to be through the roof. So anyone at that point could write off on a doctor's note and be like, hey, can't do it. My body's not there.
Yeah, you're right. I think it can open the door. It's a slippery slope to like dudes just not being ready and being like, all right, well, got to pull out of the show, got health problems.
Yep.
Well, back in the 90s, 2000s, under the different regime of Wayne DeMilia, unless you physically were in the hospital and dying, you were getting fined. If you were pulling out and not showing up, you were getting fined.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that changed, but I mean, Mike, you saw the other article today. There was a classic physique guy that pulled out today, but he said he was citing family issues. So I don't know if there was something behind the scenes with that, but either way.
I think Diego pulled out of the men's physique too, and he was the top 5 too.
Yeah. I think that's who we were talking about, right? Diego.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Pretty sure who it is.
Yeah, he's a men's physique.
It's a hard one too, like, because it's like, obviously we don't know what we're going through, but I will say the video by Matt was kind of weird, right? Like it was like, we want to be as transparent as possible, but then when it came to the part about transparency, it was like, that's not important. I don't think that's important. It was kind of like, what do you?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know how much you can say about that. I mean, like just looking at it, I'm like, meh. Like,
I mean, if he's taking too many drugs and his body's not responding, then just say that,
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't have to.
He doesn't want to get whacked with a fine.
Yeah.
Can we agree to disagree that maybe that video did more harm than good?
100% it did.
Oh, I would agree.
I think he thought it was going to be like a PSA, like, hey guys, like I'm letting my fans know, but I think it completely backfired. For sure.
Nick didn't even talk, did he? I mean, I know I didn't watch it all, but I mean, I watched like 30 seconds of it.
It was just Matt, and then Nick put up a video.
It was like Matt was like his dad talking.
Yeah,
to him.
Yeah. It was strange. It was kind of Matt speaking for Nick, and Nick kind of sitting there, and then Nick at the end said a little bit, but it wasn't. He was obviously sad, but that was kind of it.
Yeah, back to back years, like.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's going to hurt his stock, but I mean,
No.
It's kind of disappointing. You know what I mean? You know,
Well,
last year
now,
wasn't his fault because of the hamstring, but this year it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's sponsored by Raw, so it doesn't matter. I mean, he's getting paid, you know?
Yeah, I really wanted to see him on stage. I really did, because just like I was saying, to several people, I thought he'd be in the running to win. It's like last year could have been a different game too. I thought he could have won if he didn't pull the way he looked like a week out. I'm like, dude, he can win.
I think he was killed and he looked good, but
now it's a different story.
I think he would have a tough time cracking those top 4, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Hottie, Derek, Andrew, and Samson, dude, it's going to be hard to get beat. I mean, if you get in the top 4 over those guys, you're something. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys look ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
But was it also a mind fuck on Nick with the whole New York Pro, though? Because everyone kept saying that he beat Martin by like 1 point, and no disrespect to Martin, but he came out of nowhere, obscurity.
I think Martin's going to be in the top 6.
I honestly thought Martin looked better than Nick, but
I agree, Trey, for sure.
That's my opinion too. He was more conditioned. He was better shape, better structure. The midsection was in control.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not give it to him because you want Nick back at the O? I mean, I get
100%. Yeah, that's exactly.
I really do. And Martin already had the qualification.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like,
we want the winner of the show to win that show. You know, we don't want somebody to just get a free ride just because they, they're supposed to be there.
You know, I have to say, I think it's been interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think it's been better without the point system or worse for qualifications?
I don't even think it matters, especially in the classic physique. Like, Jesus, like 62 guys are qualified right now for classic. How you can't even give anyone a fair shake at that. No. You know the 5 guys that they're going to be looking at in classic. It's going to be Urs, Ramon, Wesley, Sebum, and Breon. That's it. No one else is going to get a fair shake. You know who the like 6 through 10 is going to be too, like Summerfield and all that. But I mean,
Like I say what you were saying, though, I think that if somebody's already got their qualification on a show and decides to do the next show and wins, I think it should default to the second place person. Though
I agree with that. They were talking about. They've been talking about that a lot. Like, I think that should be something that gets set in place. If you already got a qualification,
so that way the real winner wins.
Yeah, you get the prize money. You get the prize money, but
I think if they add that caveat, then I think the system works really good. Because points was, I don't know, but then you got guys that probably deserve to be at the Olympia that had the shot. Those guys who were always coming in second, so we got to see them. But now it's like,
the thing is too, like these guys win, like Nick, basically, and Nick's a great bodybuilder, of course. He would have qualified anyway, but he wins in New York over Martin. Let's say, regardless, he gets the nod, and then he drops out. So it just kind of sucks.
For sure.
I mean, it definitely sucks because you have 2 guys over the last like 2 weeks, one with a visa problem and then one pulling out because of health issues. But I mean, like Nick Walker and Bruce, like I think everyone had Bruce probably in that top 6 if he would have been able to show up. But I mean, it's just you have 2 heavy hitters like that should be in the top 10, not even going to be there. So it kind of throws it for a loop now.
It'll be interesting.
We are missing a lot of guys.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Nick decides to do the Arnold or if he really is going to take a good, 6, 8, 9 months off just to really bring himself back.
Well, if it's a health thing like we think it is, and I think everybody thinks it is, then he should take it off.
Yeah,
I agree. He should take it off, but what, $500K is a lot of cash.
Yeah, health's worth more than $500K though.
Right. Oh, I agree. I totally agree.
We know Nick's mentality to some degree, though. I mean, that guy lives for bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You take bodybuilding away from Nick, he probably doesn't care much about,
Yeah, it has to be something serious for him to pull out of this.
For sure. Like, for him to shut it down and for a whole year, I think it would.
I mean, you got to think, like, could he have looked that bad? Like, you think he looked so terrible he couldn't have got top 5 or 6?
Man, I don't know.
I think he still would have been in the top 5.
I would have liked to see updates, just to see.
That's what he was keeping private for. Like, he's been keeping everything private the last 6 to 8 weeks because he said he just kind of wanted to come in and just annihilate it. But
did anybody watch Palumbo's video on it?
Yes.
Did he put one up?
Yeah, Palumbo put one up, and he said that he had seen pictures, 3 weeks prior to the announcement or whatever. And to him, this is just speculation, it looked like Nick had been getting fake gear. He's like, Nick looked big, but he looked natty. Now, who knows if this is a thing? But
imagine if that's what it was.
That's Dave's take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Dave, I don't know how much I trust Dave. I like Palumbo, but in the same sense, this idiot was talking trash about C-Bum when he was on his podcast with Aceto a couple of months ago. He's like, Chris Bumstead doesn't have 24 million followers on Instagram. That's way too much. And I'm like, dude, you are so out of the loop and so old school, it's not even funny. I just don't think I get it. It's funny because he's with the times, but he's not with the times in the same sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't listen to the dude.
He also said the last year that Nick didn't have a hamstring injury. He heard that it was a blood clot. That the hamstring injury was weak.
Dude,
yeah, he did.
See the shit I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, you can clearly see his hamstring was fucking annihilated.
Yeah. He's probably just doing stuff for clickbait, man.
Clot. Give me a break, dude.
That's what all these guys do, man. They just do stuff for clickbait. It ain't real.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's be honest here, guys. If it's not going to be, but if the truth is that his body's just worn out and whatnot, should he have stepped away and just suck it up, come in 10th place, and then come back next year and kick ass? If it really is a health issue.
In his mind, that kills his fucking stock. 100% annihilates his stock. I don't think
you would want to, but I think barring health issues, you got to step on stage.
I agree.
I think if it wasn't a health thing and it truly was, they talked their way out of, he just wasn't looking right. I'm not with that.
I don't think he would have been out of the top 6, even if he was slightly off.
And fake gear, let's be real. Fake gear,
Come on.
I mean, most of the guys probably get this stuff from the same dude. So let's be real. Somebody else is probably using his supplier and getting on stage.
Yeah.
And there's no way you wouldn't even be able to figure that out, especially after 2 to 4 weeks. You'd be all right, something's not going right here.
Yeah.
And let's be real, Nick Walker probably has the best hookups you can get for solid.
Let's be real.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make about Palumbo. It's just like Trey said. It's fucking that's all it is.
And you guys have all heard it. I mean, Brandon Curry was in the hospital 48 hours before and still stepped on stage.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And the thing is he was still fucking massive. So a lot of people
Brandon said, hold my beer.
No one's seen him. No one's talking about him right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if he made a statement on Friday and Saturday as it was, as long as he's healthy. I mean,
I would love to.
I know he's not working with Abdul anymore, but
yeah, I would love to see Brandon kick down a door and remind people that he's still one of the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys think about Samson showing?
I thought he looked a little soft, but that's just me. I don't know. I mean, just from pictures I saw.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures look really good, and some of them looked really off. But I'm like, he honestly didn't need to come in 100%. He knew he could probably get into that show and fucking hit it at 80, 85% and still blow the doors off everybody, which is exactly what he did.
Yeah, exactly.
I expect him to be a hell of a lot tighter come Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, he didn't need to be 100% for sure. You're right.
No. I think he was I think what him and the wife did was probably just do a little test run to see what they would have to pull, what they could add in, plus minus kind of deal. I think that was a smart move because you know what? It also got him qualified for next year, so he doesn't have to worry about a qualification if he were to finish out of the top 4 or top 3.
Well,
Did you guys see his video yesterday? I'm a big Samson fan, but how he landed in Vegas yesterday, talking about he's tired and he's worn out. And it almost sounded like he was setting himself up. If he doesn't place well, that the travel is what got the best of him.
I feel like he has to diet super hard. So, I mean, I'm sure he's not eating much of anything right now. And to be 300 pounds and not be eating any carbs, I mean, I'm sure he's real tired. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't think he was like on point at the last show, but he didn't need to be. So, I mean, I guess we'll see, you know, come show day what he looks like.
Brandao.
Looks. This Rafael is a different. This crazy. Is a different, yeah. In like, this is what we were all waiting for from him.
I've always liked his physique, but I'm still like kind of skeptical. Like when he gets up there, if the other guys are just going to look like just overpower him. You know what I mean?
If he's definitely going to be in the top 10, but if he's on like that, he's going to.
I think so. I think top 10.
Is he going to place higher than Martin or vice versa?
I think he places one behind Martin.
I think Martin beats him.
Yeah, I think Martin does beat him.
I think Martin.
I think you're probably looking at like 6
because Nick dropped him. Yeah, like 6.
Because I would say like probably Curry, Rafael, and Martin are going to be like that 5, 6, 7.
No, I think. What about Labrada though?
All right.
No, he'll be 8.
No, I think Labrada gonna be 5, bro.
And how many times has he hit it at the Olympia?
What, he got 5th last year, right?
Really?
No, he was 7th or 8th, I believe.
Yeah.
Was he?
He was lower than that.
I could be wrong. Yeah.
He needs to bring in his midsection, Trey. His midsection
2 or 3 years ago, he finished 4th, and ever since then, he's went from like 4th to 6th to 8th.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, he's got great size, but the thing is like they still haven't been able to nail it 100%.
I know like they can never get it like perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like Ben's gonna do it this year. Like I feel like he can cross. I feel like he can either get like 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
He's not gonna beat those top 4 guys, but I feel like he can get 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
You looking for something special, Mike?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. No, I was just trying to scope through. I saw the key on thing, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay focused on open for a little bit. All right, so let's do some predictions. Fuck it. Let's get into it. Who wants to go first? We'll do like top six, because it'll probably be a 6-man call out, right?
Go ahead, Trey. You can go first.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna say Derek 1. I think he wins it again. Sure. I think Hottie 2. And I'm gonna say, man, I wish Andrew would just come in nasty peeled, but I feel like Samson will probably edge him, and I think Andrew will get 4th. 5th, I'll go Hunter 5th, and I'll go Martin, and I'll go Martin 6th.
Martin 6th.
Okay, you made the first
Curry outside the top 6.
Went out.
You got Curry out of the top 6?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'll go. I think Hottie's going to get him. I think he's out for revenge right now, and he was on a tear at the Arnold. Even though I like Derek's back, there's still some shots that I think Hottie can beat him at. But I mean, it's such a coin toss because both of them are so fucking good, and it's tough to pick against. It's tough to pick against Derek after like looking at his back shot.
Yeah.
If I had to go, my opinion, I would probably go Hottie, Derek. I'm going to say Andrew. Then I'm going to go Samson.
Andrew, all right.
I was thinking that.
So I'll go Hottie, Derek, Andrew, Samson, Brandon, and then Martin.
All right. I like
Trey,
it.
I got to tell you, I think you're the first person to put Hunter in the top 6. I've listened to so many podcasts, and everyone's got Hunter in the 6+.
Let's go, Hunter, dog.
All right,
So
Sean, what do you think in it?
Yeah, so I'll go Hottie, Derek, Samson, Andrew, Martin, and then Rafa.
All right.
He's got Curry outside that top 6 too. I don't think he's going away that easy.
I think Curry. I think his legs are a little downsized. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
Sean, who'd you have after Andrew?
Andrew, Martin, and then Rafael.
And then Rafael. Oh, I like
Michael.
yours.
We need to add Sean to our group chat so when the Olympia goes down.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
Well, it's good. I'll be able to send you pictures from friggin' 15 rows back.
Oh, dang!
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Flight leaves tomorrow morning at 8 or 9 o'clock.
Brendan, you doing the expo too, or just the event?
Yeah, doing the expo and then doing the 2 nights. So.
Oh, nice.
That's dope.
Friday and Saturday.
Have fun, bro.
You got to tell me how the what is it called they have in Vegas, that giant ball thing?
Stratosphere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might do that tomorrow night. Just buy
That's
a ticket.
what's up. Hell yeah.
It's like $150, but my brother said he did it and he goes, dude, it's worth it. He goes, it like holds 15,000 people.
Dang, that's crazy.
And he goes, the whole thing, he goes, you come in and the whole thing is just like IMAX, 360 degrees all the way around.
I watch a lot of YouTube golf, and there's a golf course out there, and it's got the spear in the background. It's like a famous golf course out there in Vegas. Pretty cool.
And it's got a sphere in the background.
Yeah, it's on like one of the holes. I always see it on like one of the there was like a little video of these girls playing like a foursome, and they were just hitting onto the green, and you could just see the spear in the background like displaying different stuff. But it's like some famous course out there.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's up, Blake?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Blake, what's up, dog?
Good.
What's up, guys? I'm trying to get. I've never used this before.
Blake's like, here's the body, guys, no face.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, dude.
All right, brother.
Yeah, bro. Thank you for coming on. We're like right in the middle.
We're in the Olympia predictions, man.
Okay. So what do y'all? So y'all giving y'all's top 10?
We got I don't even know 10 of them. I just got the 6.
You got the 6? Okay.
What about, Michael, you going, or you want to let Blake go?
Blake can go. Unless you want me to think, or if you thought about this before.
Oh, I think about it every day. Come on, man. That's all we think about.
Blake's like, I dreamed about this last night, bro.
Of course. All right, so y'all going top 5, top 6?
Top 6, yeah.
Top 6.
Okay, so Derek Hottie. The third is the one that I'm kind of struggling with. I think Andrew, Samson.
Yeah.
And the next one is tough as well. Man, I'm really liking Martin a lot. It's real close. Martin, Hunter in that spot. I'm gonna go Martin. I gotta go Martin in that spot.
Yeah.
But I will throw one guy out there that probably that's my dark horse, but usually the dark horses are like in the top spot. So this is not like one of the top, but I think top 10. I think people are really underestimating John Jewett.
Oh dang, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to come in top 10. I think he's coming in around 10. And even maybe a little bit better. I mean, he's looking crazy. Y'all are seeing his updates, and dudes.
I like Jewett.
Yeah. He's the biggest thing that I respect about him is he's been doing it for a while, and the amount of progress he made after already doing it for so long, that's what's super impressive. You know, most of us have been doing this for so long that the results are they're pretty slow. You know, I don't know if y'all are putting on 10 pounds of muscle a year, but I'm sure not.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get my pro card for 15 years, and if that were the case, I'm pretty sure I'd have it by now. But yeah, they're slow, man. And Mark and he's just continuing to improve every year. It's crazy, and not just a little bit. I mean, he's putting on size after doing it all this time. So, I think John Jewett is definitely gonna be in that top 10.
So you got Martin 5 and who's 6?
Hunter.
Let's go!
Wow.
Let's go.
Another Hunter in the top 6.
I
like it.
I had Hunter 5, bro.
Really? Yeah. See, he wasn't. I didn't have him there, and then when I saw the last update, I was like, man, he is peeled. This is the best I've seen him. Yeah, but he's flat.
He could definitely be there. It's going to be the carb up and stuff, and if he peaks right, I think he'll be there. But if not,
that's going to be the key.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You know who else is like excited me to see is Rafael Brandao. I mean, the dude's looking nasty.
We were just talking about him. He looks
the same thing. This dude puts on. He's been doing it for how long? And he just one off season puts on 20 pounds of tissue.
I think he's going to be 7 for me. I think he's going to be right after Martin.
I agree with that.
That's what I would have put. That's what I would have put.
Yeah,
that's a good spot. I like him. I like him there.
I want to hear Mike's top 6.
Yeah,
right. I'm going Hottie. Hottie's winning for sure.
Dang. So did everybody pick Hottie but me?
I agree.
You're the outlier, Trey.
No, I picked not me. I got Derek first.
Oh yeah, I got Derek too. Me and Blake are on that thing.
Okay.
I was the one that picked Hottie.
Okay. Yeah, I think Derek's going to
Hottie. Derek. You think so? I love Derek's physique. Don't get me wrong, but Hottie, the Hottie that I saw at the Arnold is one of the best physiques I've seen ever. That was one of the best showings of physique I've seen ever in my life.
If you can repeat that,
it was so good. That's kind of how I feel. So I got Hottie, Derek. I'm gonna go Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Samson.
Andrew's gonna have to be on it though.
He's gonna have to be on.
Yeah.
Martin. Rafael.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it too.
7 though. Is Labrada 7?
That's a good. I got man. Yeah, probably it's gonna be him or Brandon.
Yeah. I think he'll get Brandon.
I'm pushing Brandon way out.
Yeah. I think he'll
I feel bad about pushing him out so far. Doesn't feel right.
Who's coaching Brandon now?
I don't know.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
If Nick was in this show, he's not in the top 6. But I think it opens the door for him to be in that 5th, 6th spot with Nick not being there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So if Nick is completely healthy and shredded, where do y'all put him at?
5.
5?
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Me and Blake are on that same stuff, bro.
4 or 5.
Yeah, I think 5.
He just the thing is he's massive. You know, some of his shots are unbeatable, but then you look at guys like that have great shape, like Samson and Andrew, and it's like you can't fucking compete. Like maybe with one of them, but not both of them. There's no way. And it happened. It happened to him at the Arnold. You know what I mean? Like he got dipped in between the two of them, and it's just like I don't think he's at Hottie or Derek's level. He's at the Andrew Samson level, but with better conditioning, just less shape.
Yeah,
like
I'm always going to pull for.
They have better structure and shape for sure. So I mean, I think they would have dunked him probably right in between the two of them.
Yeah, I'm always going to pull for Andrew, man. He holds it down for us tall guys. So
he looks insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look crazy.
If he can just come in, peeled on stage, he'll peaked well. He could get 3rd. I mean, who's to say, if him or Samson comes in completely diced if they can't win it?
Yeah,
it could
for sure.
That's the thing. If Andrew shows up with Hottie or Derek's conditioning, I know it's unrealistic, but I mean, if that were to happen, they would win. It's not even a freaking question. But that's not the case. They always struggle with conditioning. They have the most muscle, like the roundest fucking muscle bellies you've ever seen in your life, though.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with you on that. But the only reason why I'm thinking maybe is because look at Keon. He's always struggled with conditioning a bit. He always in person looks like it's just he looks a little bit just a little soft, and he's not soft. But this year,
he's incredible this year. Dude, it's because the way, like, from what I heard, like from several people, like it was the diet that Keon was struggling with. He was never like adding size or anything like that. And like Patrick Tor, he doesn't give cheat meals. It's refeeds of the same meal the entire year. I don't even think he's eaten off plan. Like he hasn't eaten off plan since the last Olympia.
Yeah.
It's just been refeeds of what he's eating on a higher level.
You guys think that Keon could fuck things up in the open? You think he could? How many you think he wins in 212 before he gets bored with that?
He would 100% be top 5. This year's lineup, he would be top 5.
Keon is my favorite physique of all time.
Yep.
Wow.
I think he is the best structure. I think he is the best structure I've ever seen. Absolutely. Sorry, Flex Wheeler.
No,
I think Keon is the best structure.
He could be crazy. If he puts on more size and keeps that same structure without like blowing out the waist or anything like that, he would be an unstoppable force in the open.
Do you guys think there's anybody in the open that's gonna win like go on a tear? Do you think anybody's good enough to be like a 3, 4, 5 Pete? Or is it just gonna be
there's too many good competitive guys now?
Yeah. Mike, I was actually asked the group that with Hadi and Derek, do they have enough to go the distance and continue to build size, or are their frames getting close to being maxed out?
I think they're maxed out.
Unfortunately for Derek, like I love Derek's physique. It's crazy looking, but it does look a little maxed, and he doesn't seem to be able to his legs look so good in the off season. And then I see them as he gets closer to show, and they always pull down a little bit. I don't know if that's just not enough tissue on them yet. If that's but yeah, I don't know if there's anybody that's gonna win 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Like Brendan said, I think there's too much talent right now.
It's way too deep. You got Andrew, you got Samson, you got Martin, you got Rafael, you got Hunter, you got Nick Walker. There's no way. I don't just see somebody repeating because everyone's getting better year after year. So it's just usually back in the day when it was Ronnie and Phil Heath and, Dorian, those guys were locks. The conversation would be who's going where is the 2 to 6 going to fall? It's a lock.
Yeah.
Everyone here could validate Derek winning. Everyone here could validate Hadi winning.
Yeah. Or, if Samson and Andrew appealed. Same.
That's what I'm saying. So,
sure.
You technically have 4 guys right now that could win this upcoming weekend without a doubt if they're all 100%. You know what I mean? So
I think that's what makes it kind of cool, because I feel like in the past years, Phil dominated forever. Ronnie dominated before that. It's you don't have that guy anymore. We're anybody can win, and it's kind of cool,
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot of diversity this year more than ever before, just for size and shape and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good point. I feel like the diversity of shape is more than it's ever been. You have Nick Walker builds, you have shapely Derek builds, you have tall guys with structure. It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear my crazy? This is my crazy dark horse prediction for the Olympias to come. I think Martin's going to win 3 of them.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I think Martin will win 3. I think he's that good.
I definitely think he has.
I think this year he cracks top 5. He grows again, and then by next year he's fighting for the win. And then I think he wins. I think he wins a couple of them.
That's a soundbite right there, brother.
Yeah. Clip that. Put it out there.
Yeah, clip that. We'll save it, for 3 years down the road.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He got great shape. The shape and the structure on him is.
I'm curious to see how Lunsford's midsection looks this time around because it's kind of like what's his name, the 212 guy that Matt has. He got second last year.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, it's kind of like him.
Clarida.
I feel like he kind of like maxed out his physique. Like it's just maxed out, and I feel like you can only grow so far, before you start growing out. And I'm kind of curious to see if, because like Lunsford usually has crazy abs and like stomach looks good. So I'm curious to see if he brings that again to the stage this year.
I would like to see Derek.
I disagree with you. I think Derek's strong point is the vacuum, but if he crunches down, that's where he loses it. I don't think he's got thick abs when he crunches.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I was just about to agree with you, Sean. I was just about to say Derek always hits a vacuum. And I feel like last year there was even talk of like Tyler saying like we'd like to see when we ask for ab and thigh, we want to see ab and thigh. Like you can pull a vacuum after, but we want to see the abs.
I feel like from the videos I guess he posts like on YouTube and stuff, I feel like his abs look good. Maybe it's just better in the prepping instead of stage or whatever. But I feel like his abs gotten better. I'm kind of curious to see like his midsection.
Are you guys actually staying up to watch it?
I'll definitely watch the the prejudging. I don't know if I'll watch I might not watch the finals. I might wake up and just see who won.
Yeah, man, it's so late. Like,
yeah,
I was gonna have like an Olympia watch party, and then I was like, you know what? It's Vegas time.
Yeah,
so that's 3 hours. That's 3 hours behind us. And then I was like, all right, Vegas time. Everybody goes first. Men's open body.
Midnight on Eastern time.
Yeah, it's so late.
Yeah, they should move it up, man. And just let everybody have a good night.
For sure.
Yeah.
As well as also like nobody looks good when they have to go on that late. Nobody's.
And I mean, their viewers have to be down, because I mean, who's going to buy that to stay up that late when you gotta, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys in favor of doing the show all in one day, doing like prejudging in the morning and then a night show, or what they do now, one night and 2 night?
I'm a fan of a one-day show. I get why an Olympia. Yeah,
that's got to be a nightmare for the athletes.
Yeah,
I mean they do 212s one day.
Yeah, you're trying to peak twice, in 2 days. I don't know.
That's tough. That's really tough.
I do have one dark horse in the 212s. Okay. First time up, Jordan Janowitz, top 5 in the top 5 in 212.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm thinking right around fourth-ish place.
Jordan's such a good dude, man.
I like it. I like the dude a lot. I like everything he stands for. Yeah, he's a great guy. The way he doesn't take himself too seriously, the way he trains, just everything about the guy. How do you not like him?
Yeah, for sure.
Just a good all-around dude. They got. I mean, let's be honest. This 212. I don't remember the last time a 212 was this stacked. I mean, they got some 212 guys that are not messing around.
Yeah, I think your top 4 on there are probably like Keon, Kareth, Jordan, and Sean.
And Angel's looking dangerous.
Yeah, so
Angel looks crazy.
Angel in there too, and that's top 5 right there. That's a sick top 5.
Yeah.
So y'all all think Keon's repeating?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm curious. I don't keep up with the 212 enough, honestly, so I don't really.
Sean looks good right now, but it's like
I don't know what Sean could bring to match that. I mean, like you said, his physique's kind of maxed. He's peeled and full every show. So how much more lean, how much more shredded and full is he going to be to beat Keon?
Yeah, just keep bringing what you got. I mean,
he looks great. I mean, if Keon spills, maybe, but I mean, well, obviously we're not talking about anybody. I mean, anybody can lose if they come in and they don't peak right. But if they both come in like they have, and Keon comes in just like the way he looks right now, man, I just wish that they could take the winner of the 212 and the winner of the Open and just do a pose down. I wish that I would love to see that.
Why not throw Chris in there too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Might as well throw C-Bum in there, too.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel
I
about
wish they
that, by the way? About C-Bum like competing in the Open. Do you think you'd place top 5 this year?
He'd be top. I think he would be in the 5 to 7 range.
I think he'd be top 10, like somewhere like 8 to 10, maybe.
He'd probably be in that.
I could see him there.
I could see him like in that 5 to 7. Like my opinion, like that Brandon Curry, Rafael Martin mix.
Well, I thought, I thought last year he could have been with Rafael until Brandao did his thing this offseason. So I don't know. I think Brandao would probably beat him now. But last year I thought him and Brandao were really close.
Yeah,
I love Chris, but I don't think he has enough tissue. Like
that's what
I know he's crazy.
I'm not. I don't want to say I'm a Chris hater, but when it comes to Chris in the Open, I'm a hater because it's like these boys are way too. I just don't see it. They're way too big. I mean, I
agree.
It's gonna sound like I don't know, like I know nothing about bodybuilding, but I don't see what everyone else does when it comes to this guy. I mean, he obviously has a great physique, but like when they're talking about like the greatest physique of all time.
Well, I think it's just like I don't know. I mean, he's a good poster boy for classic.
Yeah, I think that's what they're. I think that's what they're.
I mean, we obviously look at it different, man. Like, or at least I do. I like freaks, man. Like, I like Marcus Rule and Gunter.
That's my favorite bodybuilder. Marcus Rule is my favorite.
I like guys like that, bro. Like, I want you to look nasty. I don't even care if you look good. Like, if you're huge and shredded, I don't even care about like whatever.
Yeah. People are like, well. Yeah, well, it's not a pretty physique. Physique.
Oh, his waist is a little blowed out. Okay, he's 330 pounds. I don't care. Yeah.
I also think it's like kind of fucking insulting sometimes when people are like, C-Bum could hop in any Open show and win. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, what you're really?
Thank you. That's what I mean.
All these dudes.
Yes. Like you think he's gonna go beat Rami?
Bro, we all know if
I was watching.
He steps in New York. He steps in New York. He's not winning. He steps in Texas. He's not winning. Like,
how does he even place 14th? What is he going to beat Bonac? Is he going to beat?
Yeah.
Is he going to beat Akeem?
Oh, dude, Akeem looks pretty. I mean, is Akeem doing it this year? Because I
mean, oh, he's coming.
I saw some updates a guy sent me. I don't keep up with it much, but I saw some updates a guy sent me, and he looked pretty nasty.
He'll be a sneaky. He'll be in that like 6 to 8 range probably.
Yeah, he keeps himself dark. He's another dark horse. Like a couple of years ago, he came in like 9th, cracked the top 10, surprised everybody.
Yeah, he'll be good for sure.
I think it's like I don't care what these guys place as long as everybody comes in peeled. I'll be happy, man. Because a lot of those shows, I feel like a lot of the past Olympias, you've seen like maybe the top 2 guys are just nasty peeled, but then everybody else is just kind of off. You know what I mean?
So, Blake, question for you, okay? I'm neutral to C-Bum. If he put on 20, 30 pounds, came in at 260, 270, and stepped on stage, would he earn your respect?
First off, he definitely has my respect. He just doesn't – I don't want to come off like that, right? He has a great physique. He doesn't – I guess I should say he doesn't have my respect in the Open. If he put on 30 pounds –
clickbait or click bump.
That's the thing. Like, it's not him necessarily that's doing it. It's everyone else that's doing the talk for him. He doesn't want to fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, you want my honest opinion. I think you're going to see him win this weekend and he's going to retire on stage.
Okay. So, yeah, and I agree. Let me answer your question about this. So I'm just going to, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and it is what it is. C-Bum's quads, the shape of his quads are not great at all. Both of his biceps are just jacked. There's no peaks to his bicep. And a guy that has the best physique ever should have great arms. He doesn't, right? His hamstrings obviously are torn, which makes it look a little cooler. I mean, his rear double bicep is good. And his rear lat spread is ish. Obviously, his front lat spread is spectacular. Yeah. But I don't think putting on 30 pounds is going to do it. Because I mean, obviously he'll be bigger, but it's not going to.
I think he's good.
No way. Yeah, I think it'll mess it up quite a bit.
I think that's the beauty of it, though, because like he has all these parts that are not they're not pretty.
None of them are. None of them are.
When you put it all together, it's perfection. You know what I'm saying?
That front lat spread is.
Yeah. That's the thing with Steve-O, man. Like his quads are ugly. His insertions are not good. His biceps, like you said, his arms are not good. But altogether, his lats are crazy from the front. I mean, just to be not pretty, he's the prettiest. You know what I'm saying?
That face helps too. That face helps too.
I was going to say, I think he cuts the stash off. He gets second.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to leave it, you know?
I think the hair transplant helped too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm thinking about just stash for the next show. Maybe it'll get me a little something.
Heck yeah, dude.
I need all the help I can get.
You did? I tried the stash during COVID. I tried just the stash in mutton chops. Bruh, I completely regretted it. Regretted it 10 minutes after I shaved, like right down here. I looked in the mirror. I laughed at that shit. I was like, that's funny as hell. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, what did I do? And then,
wait. Did you do it or Shay made you do it? Like Trey just asked. Did Shay pick on you or what?
No. I did it. I was bored. COVID was killing me. I was like, I gotta do something. Shaved that. And then I shaved off the stash too and the mutton chops. And then all of a sudden I looked like a 12-year-old boy. And it was just a bad like 2 weeks before it like grew back enough to look good again. But I don't know.
Brandon said if C-Bum retires, who's the successor?
I guess Ramon.
No,
I mean Wesley.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Wesley. Dang. Yeah.
You see, I mean
Wesley's 100% the next the 100% the next poster boy.
And that's crazy too, because Wesley's been at it for forever.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think there's anybody in the IFBB that has, and I'm gonna step out and say something big. I don't think there's anybody in the IFBB that has as much detail as he does.
I agree with that. I think the only spot where he lacks detail is when he turns around and from his waist down, his hamstrings, they're not there yet. He needs to develop them a little more, get a little more conditioning on that end. And other than that, like his front shots are lethal. His side shots are very remarkable. His back from his back shots, his back shot from his waist up, great. Waist down, not so much. That's where he loses it.
Yeah, and it's almost the same thing like we were talking about Chris. Like if you pick him out body part by body part, like his legs are smaller, but they fit for him great. You know, his waist is not that small, but his lats are just so big. They just look good. It's just if you piece it body part by body part, I wouldn't put him second, but just overall, he just has it. You know, it's hard to not reward so much. He's big, but as much detail and condition. I mean, it's a great look. I'm excited to see them stand next to each other.
Have you guys seen that classic guy, Andrea Mammuli? Did you guys see him around like the Bodybuilders Without Borders and Buys and Tries page?
No.
I'm gonna try and pull him up really quick because I don't know if he won a show this year, but that's like the type of classic physique I could see. Yeah, I think he's young too. Andrea Mammuli. I saw some shots that I think it was like Buys and Tries or Bodybuilders Without Borders posted, and I was like, that's a crazy physique. Let's see.
I'm drawing a blank.
How's everybody?
What's the guy's name that 2 years in a row now is not getting his visa? What's his name?
Yeah. Porter's just put up something about somebody not getting their visa.
Yeah, I just lost. For some reason, I can't forget. Bruce. What do y'all think Bruce would be if he was in there?
If he was
there this year. That's what I said. I think top 6.
Top 6. Yeah, I like top 6 for sure.
Dude's nasty.
Yeah, he's getting the shaft
bro,
big time.
So polished.
I feel so bad for him.
Blake, do you see Jordan a lot down in Texas? I know he's usually at Metroflex, but do you see him at a destination?
No, I don't see him in person. We chat and stuff, but no, I don't really see. He doesn't come to destination too much, and unfortunately, Metroflex is just it's a hike for me. I would love to train there.
Yeah,
but no, but I mean, Yeah, I've definitely seen when you do see Jordan in person, it's pretty impressive. Just the detail that he has and the graininess that he has, like in his pictures and videos, it's not even close to in person. It's nasty. It's so nasty seeing it.
He is an absolute freak.
Yeah,
it's like that muscle too that just like it shows the density, it shows the hardness. Like that dude deadlifts 600 pounds for reps every week of his life.
Yeah.
Like, wait, Mike, you say this guy's a 212er?
That type
classic.
Of
classic. Is
there we go. No, he's a classic guy.
Okay.
Mammuli. And I think he's pretty. But I saw it the other day. I was like, the more impressive physiques I've seen for class.
Yeah, I think he needs to put up some size, but he looks good.
I see a physique like that being like a good replacement. Now, granted, like West, like damn, that front was crazy.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, I think we lost Michael.
yeah. I don't know. Me, I heard him kind of phasing out a little bit. I don't know if
he was phasing out for sure.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm like looking at y'all like,
dude. I was like, I don't know what he's saying right now. And then Sean was talking to him, and I was like, well, I guess he hears him. I'm just gonna say
not good when you lose the host.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be back. All right, guys, let's really mess up this podcast. Let's talk some shit.
Yeah, so Mike, that's kind of a. So, guys, in your mind, who's the best physique to not win the Mr. O? Or best bodybuilder?
I'm gonna say 07 Victor. Is that? I think Victor Martinez back. I think it was 07.
Do you think he should have won?
I think he should have beat Jay that year.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of someone. Nasser looked nasty. Nasser.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, it's hard because he was so big and so peeled that was such a bad upset.
Mike, what's up, dog?
Bro, my heart stopped. I'm so glad it kept running. I was like,
bro,
no, what happened?
Bro, we were talking so much mess.
You'll have to watch the replay, Mike.
Yeah, dude.
All right, good. So, man, I am so glad.
So, Blake, wait a minute. So you say Nasser, though, but do you think, though, with his back, because everyone says his back is what hurt him from winning that show?
Yeah, I mean, his Nasser's posing is just shit. To be honest, it's so. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, but that's the obvious choice, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he has a great physique, but I just think that I don't know. I mean, he's not definitely top 3, but I still would pick either Nasser or Victor. Either one of them first or second, and then obviously Rowe has to be up there too, second or third.
Yeah, I think Victor in 07 was just nasty, bro. And I think they just didn't want to take it from Jay, or I think they gave him that one. But
are we talking about best to never win it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got another one that I'm gonna see if y'all say it. Y'all go ahead. I got one that you're gonna be mad at yourself for not saying.
Does anybody think Kai should have won one?
That's what I was gonna. That's it. Yeah.
Kai should have won one.
Yeah, you're probably honestly talking about one of the. I'd probably say he's in the top 5 of all time best bodybuilders.
Absolutely, 100%.
And he didn't win. Like, Jesus, dude.
Do you think he should have beat Phil though, or do you think Phil was better every time?
So what was it? 2000.
There was 1 year.
13, 12. The year that
it was 1 year.
The year they filmed what was the really bad
Generation
movie?
Iron.
The Generation Iron, yeah.
That year, was that 12 or 13? It was one of them.
No idea.
I want to say
It
it
was
was
the one.
13.
It
That's
was the
where they
one
went,
where
like,
like
They went
prejudging.
toe-to-toe.
I think prejudging everybody was like, "Oh, I think Kai got him." I think
Well, I
that
think he
was the
did
one.
win prejudging. I think he won him by a couple of points, and Phil took it back the next
Yeah,
night.
he was up in prejudging. Yeah, but I mean, Phil's what, Mr. Saturday Night? That's what they call him. So it's tough to beat Phil
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah, so that I would say, yeah, Kai was one of probably the best to not win, but I don't think he really beat Phil. And then if we're talking about the ones that should have won, Victor and Nasser, those guys. I don't think Kai should have really won,
And
but I still think
like,
he's the best that didn't get crowned. I would say.
And like Lavroni and Wheeler, man, I don't think they were. I don't think they should have won, but of course they had great physiques. But if you don't have a Ronnie, then you might have an an Olympian.
Yeah.
Does anybody feel that's what we're missing is the battles? Because we haven't had a good battle since Kai and Phil back in the day. There's nobody like.
Oh yeah, dude. There's really not that anymore. Heck, freaking
shitty part
Derek and
is
Hottie are
with,
teammates,
like-
bro. They train together.
Yeah, the shitty part is with like Derek and Hottie, it's like they're both working with Hani. So it's like
Hottie's just goated, bro. That dude is too good, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is. I wish it'd be nice to have a little rivalry, but it's bodybuilding at the end of the day, man. So I don't think it's like it used to be, man. Everybody tries to be a friend now,
Yeah. I like the friendship aspect because I've met so many people through bodybuilding that I consider good friends. But yeah, I do. I miss that part of sports, right? Like that little bit of edge. Like you remember before, like a game, like you were like ready to take somebody's fucking head off. Like I kind of miss that.
Yeah.
Well, now everybody has to be nice because they're social media, and if they're not nice on their social media and they're not putting their fans are going to hate them, they're not going to get paid.
True.
Back then the only way to get paid was to put asses in seats, and now you don't even need to do that. So these guys are like scared. Well, I don't want to be come across mean because my fans, man. First of all, I hate social media. I think it's absolute. If I said how I really felt, you probably wouldn't be allowed to keep it on this podcast.
I probably agree with you though.
It's ruined our country,
dude. I work so much. I can't even like really get on there. Like I haven't even posted. I can't even remember the last time I posted.
That's why I was late because I looked today and I was like, Michael, like, I don't know. It could have been 2 weeks ago. Messaged me like, hey, Wednesday, do you want to be on the podcast? I see it 2 hours before and I'm like, oh, hell.
Dude,
Sorry,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie.
Sorry, bro. Just saw this.
I almost missed this, Michael. I literally, one of my friends came by and then he just left. And I looked down at my phone just to see what time it was, and I saw the little StreamYard thing. I was like, "Oh, let's go!"
Oh boy, couldn't even put a shirt on. He was running so late, couldn't even grab a shirt.
Dude, I know. I got off work. I came home, took my scrubs off, put some shorts on, and he came over. I talked to him for a second, and then I looked at my phone, and boom, there it was. So
that's funny. Not to switch off of bodybuilding, but have you guys watched The Penguin?
I've been hearing a lot of good shit about it.
I've been hearing a lot about it too, and
what is this?
What is it about?
It's so I don't know if you guys like know the comic book stuff, but the bad guy in Batman, the Penguin, is like one of the main bad guys.
Yeah.
And it's basically a show about like how he came to be. But if you're into like Soprano style mobster stuff, like that show is on point.
Oh, I love that.
On point, yeah. It's Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Okay.
So he crushed it.
Man, I've been wanting to watch that the new Smile movie, Smile 2.
Oh yeah, I saw the first one.
Dude, did you like the first one?
Yeah, I thought it was creepy till the ending. The ending kind of like I was like, I don't know what that is, but the movie was good. Yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was wild, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy for sure.
Yeah.
I just watched the Vince McMahon thing on Netflix.
Dude, I ain't watched that yet.
Oh yeah.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it yet.
New though, bro. There's nothing really out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I figured. I figured it. You know, it is what it is. A sleazy.
Exactly
business.
what you think it is. I was hoping. I thought I was going to see something. No, it's exactly what you think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, but there are some people that are. It's crazy how. And if y'all are like this, I apologize. There are grown men that are obsessed with WWE. I don't understand it, and I wrestled my whole life, and I still can't get into that wrestling. I don't know.
Dude,
I mean,
when I was a kid, bro, I was diehard. I would have fought you over those words, bro. But
yeah, that's how
probably
people are.
yeah,
But you know,
I probably
I think
the one
once you
thing I
turn like
learned-
18 now, it's you're done with it.
But the one thing I learned from that show, the only thing was what he said was people say it's fake. It's not fake, and they said what it is. You have to look at it as it's just like a book. It's just like a movie. We're writing a script, but we're doing it in real life, and we're like, you know, so look at it like that. Like this is a book or a movie. We're telling a story.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, okay, I could kind of because that's all even what he says is it's not real. It's not real. It's like everybody knows it's not real, but that's not the point. It's like if you look at it as it's a movie, okay.
Yeah, that's how friggin'
It's a
like
soap, it's
that's
a
how
soap
the
opera for men.
WWF. That's how the WWF and like Blake, you're talking about it because like halfway through like that first episode, it was Hulk Hogan putting like somebody from like entertainment like TV at night. He literally put him in a fucking chokehold and the guy passed out. Hogan put him in a chokehold. He falls back, smashes open his head. He's bleeding from the back of his head and he doesn't even know it. And Hogan's like, fuck, what did I just do?
Well, dude, like back in the day, though.
And then what happened? They sued them. They sued Vince McMahon and the WWE.
Yeah, and Hogan's like, I didn't know what I was supposed to do.
Well, when we were kids, bro, you know, we had those guys. All those guys are juiced up, huge as ever. You know, just throwing people around in the ring, dude, and it was cool. And now they got like CM Punk, who's like 160 pounds out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't watched it in a long time.
We're used to like guys like Scott Steiner and
that's what I'm saying. Big Papa Pump, baby. Big Papa Pump.
Dude,
Scott Steiner, Triple H, fucking
all those guys that are just jacked.
All those guys were absolutely juiced out. Yeah, Batista was natural. Come on, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I wanted to be huge because of them, man. I didn't even want to be huge. Like, I didn't even know what bodybuilding was until I was like 18 or 19.
For sure. A lot of those guys from our childhood too. They did some bodybuilding shows.
Yeah.
Like I know like John Cena and Batista, those guys like all did some shows.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll age myself. Tony Atlas used to do some shows, and Ultimate Warrior was started off as working at Gold's Gym.
Ultimate Warrior was the GOAT, dude. I was talking to my buddy today because for Halloween, my wife was talking about like she said I should be Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, bro, all you
gotta do is put it on the bandana.
Well, I told her I was like, I need to be Stone Cold. I need to be Stone Cold. You be Hulk Hogan because she's got blonde hair. I'm like, it'd be perfect.
That actually
that's good. That's good.
So we were talking about that today.
Sean, Tony Atlas actually lives right here in my town.
Does he really?
He's a personal trainer over at the YMCA.
He's still fucking jacked too, because he was on that documentary a few times.
Yeah, he's huge. He's still massive. Cool. He's like late 70s, early 80s. Probably like late 70s, and he's still massive. Like he's a big dude. Dude. Yeah. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? It was something about wrestling. Damn. Oh, so I was just in a wedding 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, DX shit. That was funny.
Yeah. So my buddy that was getting married, he's the whole groom's party is super. They were super into wrestling, and that's like
you would have loved it.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys remember DX.
Oh
yeah. So when all the grooms
and Road Dogg.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, badass Billy Gunn, bro. Let's go.
We all hit some suckets to everybody, and they played the DX music.
When I was in 4th grade, we all got in trouble.
Yes,
for that, bro.
that's what I was about to say, bro.
Oh, every one of us fucking did that.
I got 2 words for you.
Everybody. Yes.
I was that skinny ass white kid that thought I was fucking X-Pac. The bandana, let your fucking hair grow out.
Oh my god.
And dude, remember when China came out, bro?
Oh yeah.
With X-Pac? Dude. I remember like everybody was like so crazy about her. They were like, "Oh my god, I bet she's taking so much juice and all this crap." And like you just like think back as a kid, like, man, that's crazy.
It was so bad. Like like the weight belts that we have now. I have like we used to do backyard wrestling at my buddy's house, and we had entrance music, everything like that. We came up with fucking belts and used duct tape and put it on the weight belt as like NCW National Championship Wrestling, and you're like fucking.
Awesome.
We used a trampoline as like the fucking mat.
Dude, me and my buddies did trampoline wrestling, dude. I knew every move, bro. I could do everything.
Yeah,
for sure.
For like when I was like 13, I could have been a wrestler, bro.
We were so stupid. We used like cookie sheets, frying pans, like all that. We were so fucked up, dude. We were hardcore.
Oh my God.
I think part of the reason why I feel that way is because I wrestled.
Yeah,
you know, I actually wrestled. So
I don't know.
I don't know if subconsciously. Yeah, I don't know if subconsciously I'm like, pussy.
Blake,
for sure you are.
Blake, what class did you wrestle in?
189 and 215. But I was right around 195. So I wrestled up in a 215.
Okay. Did you wrestle in college or just high school?
No. I went to college and I played football, and they didn't have a wrestling team, so I decided, and I only played there for a year. It was bad. I went to Southeastern Oklahoma.
Okay.
And it was
as much muscle as you got right now. You think you could wrestle good?
Decent. I'm pretty. I'm still pretty quick. I'm still pretty athletic because the last I think it's probably been about 5 years since, but I did get back into like jiu-jitsu and did some boxing.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
Boxing for a guy that's 5'8" and weighed like 270 is not good because I was have to fight the guys that are 6'9", and I don't that was not fun. So we'd be in boxing class, and literally we're just supposed to be drilling. And I would just take them down. They have no idea because they don't know anything.
I can imagine the reach difference, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was not fun at all.
Like if you're fighting somebody 6'9", you're going straight for them legs, bro.
Yeah. So it's. But I'll tell you the difference is. So I have really bad asthma. So it's not good when you're big and have asthma because, as you know, being big, you're already like short of breath.
Yeah, dude.
And so when you have asthma too, like that is a bad deal there. It's not good. It's not fun. Yeah. So I try to keep my cardio just, walk into the fridge and back. That's where I like to keep it.
Dude, I try to keep mine going in the. Go ahead, Michael.
That's so crazy you do jiu-jitsu. I'd be so scared. Like I legitimately would be scared of like tearing something, like a bicep.
That's why I stopped, bro.
Yeah.
Because you know what's gonna happen when any of us go to jiu-jitsu school or anything like that? They're gonna look at us and say, "That's the big guy. I'm gonna fucking tap him." And I told everyone, I said, "Let me explain something to you guys. I will tap. Okay, I have no ego. Y'all know, y'all been doing this for a long. I could see they're like salivating, looking at me. I'm like, no, we're not playing this game. It's not who could break the big guy's arm and leg. No, we're not playing this game. Like, we're not going to do this. And that's literally what would happen. I mean, they'd get an arm and they would crank it. It's, you know what I mean? It's like that's not like that's not fun. You know what I'm saying? And it's in practice. You know, it's like I wasn't about that. Now, if you have a choke, whatever. But if you're gonna grab, like when one guy grabbed my knee and started cranking, I said, "This is the last time. Like, I'm not doing this shit anymore."
Yeah,
unless you're ready to be done with bodybuilding. Yeah, I mean, you heard about Fu. Y'all watch Fuad's podcast, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
You know? Well, him and Paul were doing jiu-jitsu, and they decided they wanted to do it. Obviously, they're retired, and like I don't know, like five sessions in, because they were doing private lessons, and they had I guess they had another guy or so. Paul tore his chest. Damn. And he's not even that big. He's not even that big anymore. It's like we don't, those fast twitch fibers. Gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if fast twitch. I don't know if fast twitch fibers can leave, but if they can, they did.
They let.
Yeah, like when I'm getting up from the couch, I have to slowly get up.
Yeah,
like that's. I don't know if y'all have that like have that those kind of injuries and stuff. That much wear and tear. Like, how long you been competing?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been competing since 2013. Yeah, 2013. So 11 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I blew out my 14. I blew out my Achilles playing pickup. So that was the wake up call for me. Like, I can't be doing anything. I come to like 2 stairs, and I used to like hop down 2 stairs, like just like jump down. Like, all right, bro. I walk down everything meticulously, especially in the winter. I watch every step I take. Getting in the shower, you slip a little bit. That scares the hell out of me. That scares the hell out of me. It's like, I know it looks silly to other people, but like, I don't know. Shit can just go south so quick.
For sure. Yeah, I'm careful too, for sure.
Of course you're careful. You're like 360. Of course you're careful.
No, I think I've been sitting around like 309, 311 like AM weight right now.
I got a question for you. Do you stretch before you sneeze, just in case?
Dude, I don't, bro. But I will. Dude, I'll be honest. Most of the time when I do sneeze, like my upper back pops like a mofo, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
Every time. You're
too big.
Trey, how tall are you?
I'm like 6'1".
Okay.
Damn, that's still big.
I gotta be this big, bro. I get on stage with Blake and he'll smoke me.
Yeah, I'm not very tall.
Yeah.
They say 5'7.5", but
that's my life, bro. I'm usually the tallest dude in every class I'm in.
You take up a lot of space.
Yeah,
even on stage. I mean, good God.
I appreciate it, dude. I just gotta bring it in next year, man. Just get peeled and stay flat. Honestly, I don't need to overfeed that the peak week.
You're definitely one of the best amateurs. I would say one of the best amateurs.
I appreciate that, dude. I think you too, man. I really do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Derek Dogner because he just got. He just won the amateur Olympia, I think, earlier today, and he beat me last year. He got 3rd, and so he won it this year. So that's awesome. So
yeah,
congrats, Derek.
Awesome. Blake, I want to talk about your boy Luke. The fuck's up with that rebound, bro? Holy, he went from where did he step on stage at like 225, and he's like 285 now in like a month and a half, and he looks good.
Yeah. So Luke's progress. So his last offseason was nuts, and that was really his first real like solid offseason. This last one, and it wasn't like so. He's still like kind of new to the sport. He's been doing it for a little bit, but he's like he hasn't really put in the time with the coach and like a good plan and stuff like that. It's nothing against him. He's just still kind of new compared to us, and like. Him and Blue have like kind of figured it out, and he always comes in like his last show, not these 2 that he did, but the one before that, he was so peeled and he put on so much tissue because of how depleted he was. And then he was dieting for this last one for a bit. And he got pretty depleted too, and so
he's with Blue.
Yeah, he's with Blue. Yeah.
I think what's his name?
Luke Pritchard.
Luke Pritchard.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know Luke. I thought, yeah. Luke looks good, man.
But the thing about him is he has such a huge frame. Luke's gonna have to be 280 on stage.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get them quads too. He's got to get them out there, man. He got them wide quads.
Yeah, and he knows that. I mean, he trained his back, but his back is nasty. His quads need to come up. But they almost kind of. When he's by himself, they kind of fit a little bit. Like they're not even if you measure them, like they may, obviously they're smaller, but like overall, he just kind of has that like, hey, they don't look terrible.
Yeah.
If he brought those things up,
they just kind of grow forward and not outward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And unfortunately, like it is half of your body. People are like, well, just bring the quads up. It's like. Yeah, just bring half the body up. It's going to be, but the thing is, because he is new, I say new, he's newer. It's like you never know. I mean, they figured some recipe out to put on a ton of tissue. So why not at quads? And he's training them twice a week, and he's getting after them as much as he can, and the dude is like, I went to go visit him in recently, and the dude is definitely, you could tell he's a little bit newer just because he is so much about bodybuilding. Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
And when I mean nothing, I mean nothing.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you. So this is the first time I went and visited because he was living in Texas, right? And then he moved back. So all we did was either we trained, we ate, and we watched bodybuilding podcasts. Or we talked about bodybuilding. This dude will not talk about anything else. He doesn't want to talk about nothing else. He doesn't care about anything else.
I talk about bodybuilding.
Like, yeah, you know what it did? It reminded me of my 22-year-old self. You know what I mean? Like
that's how I was when I first started.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's like, what do you mean job? What do you mean family? What do you mean girlfriend? Like,
what girlfriend?
Yeah, but after you've been doing it for 15 years, you're like, there's some other things. There's a lot
more to life than bodybuilding.
And I probably wouldn't be saying that if my back wasn't so bad that I had to, feel like I need to use a walker. If I was, without the injuries, if I could just train 100%, and it may be a little bit different,
You guys remember what your body felt like when you were like 24? How great that fucking
dude.
was.
No,
Lord, I don't even remember it. How good it felt.
It was just, man, like no shoulder pain, no knee pain, no back pain.
Man, I heard about everywhere, dude, for real.
Everywhere.
Dude, my knees, dude, I've never had knee problems, man. And like when I got up to like 318, I messaged Blue. I text Blue and I was like, dude, my knees are killing me, bro. And
he texts you back, no shit, you're 318 pounds.
Exactly. He's like, dude, your body's gonna have to adjust. I was like, well, it ain't adjusting, bro. My shit is killing me.
So 309 is a good weight for you? 309 is a good weight?
I've gotten used to it. I'll be honest, man. The food is going down pretty easy now. Like I'm eating about 6,400 calories a day, and like I have two days where I have 2 cheats, so it'll probably be around like 8,000 those days, and it hasn't been bad. Like at first, it was terrible, and like my body hurt everywhere. But I think since I've been here for probably 2 months now, 3 months now, I feel pretty good. Like I don't feel like terrible.
Oh yeah.
Are you pushing food pretty hard?
Just that, dude. We've stayed at 6,400 calories for a while. I won't lie. He asked me because he said I'm staying pretty lean. He was like our last update. He called me and he's like, hey. He's like, what do you think about another cheat meal? And I was like, damn, dude. I was like,
who's your coach?
Blue.
Oh, he is. Okay. And I worked with Blue as well.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Blue coached me for nationals last time I did nationals 2 years ago. Yeah.
I like Blue, Florida. Blue's old school, bro.
He's a great person too.
Yeah.
People don't take that into account. I was going through a bad time, and so we ended up kind of splitting ways because it was just I was going through some things, and it was just bad. It wasn't really anything he did. It was just relationship stuff, and like I was having trouble. Like when life happens, like eating your meals and bodybuilding just sometimes is not the most important when you're going through a really bad spot, right?
Oh, so God, yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, and so that's all it was, and then just like when yeah, and it was back and forth. Like I was trying to start and stop, and like it was just time to move on. But I respect the guy so much. He's a godly man. He's a really good man. He would call me and just want to talk to me about stuff going on in my life when he has hundreds of clients.
Bro, every time Blue calls me, man, first thing he's always like, "Hey, how's your wife and how's your kid? How are they doing?"
And that's not fake.
Yeah. He's awesome, dude. I love Blue, bro. I will be. I don't know how much longer I'll bodybuild, man. Maybe like 5 years, maybe 8 years. I don't think I'll do it much more than that. But Blue will be my coach when I'm done, and that's it. I'll be done with him.
I'm trying to find another coach.
Blake, how long have you actually been competing for? Did you say 15 years?
Right around 14 years.
Blake, how old are you?
I'm 32.
Oh, dude, I turned 32 in 20 days, bro.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's not a great age.
Yeah.
Y'all are still young. Y'all are
I
still
just don't
young.
feel just with the injuries, I just feel really my body feels like it's 70. There's nothing about me that feels 32 at all.
Dude, I feel the same, bro. I'll be at work all the time, dude. My lower back killing me, and I'm helping patients, and they probably get around better than me, bro. And I'm just like, God, like I can't believe.
I'm sitting on a couch, and I have 3 pillows behind my back.
Dang.
I was gonna hide that, and I was not gonna let anybody know. But now that you're talking about it, I said, "Well, shit, got an eating pad."
Is your lower back bad?
Yeah, there's some. So I can't even look. I can't bend over barbell row 135.
Damn.
See, dude, I'll be honest. Like, I train I tell everybody I train like a pussy, man, because I do not do I'll do some free weight stuff, but like every leg day, man, I'm doing like a belt squat or like a hack or a pendulum with a leg press, man. Those are my two main movements. I don't really veer from that because my low back is so bad, bro.
Yeah, and I know you guys don't know me very well, but I'm a pretty, I would call myself, I hate the word hardcore. I'm an old school lifter.
Yeah,
I train hard. Yeah, I train hard and fucking heavy. And I don't fuck around. And it's hard to change your mindset when you've been training a certain way for so long.
Yeah.
And you simply cannot, I can't get under a bar and squat 7 plates anymore. Yeah. And so it's like, so I have to do these things that you're talking about. You got to do these pendulum squats. You got to start with a leg press. Look, if my 19, 20, 21, all the way up until probably 27-year-old self, if I heard myself say I'm starting with leg day with a leg press, I would have slapped the absolute shit out of myself.
Oh yeah,
that's just not me, bro. I don't do that. I didn't use machines. It's not because I thought it was. It's just because that's the way I love to train,
Yeah.
And now having to train it later, it sucks. Yeah. But
I was the same way, dude. When I was younger, up until I was about 25 or 26, dude, because I kept having so many back issues. Like I was squatting 500 and 600 pounds weekly, like every week, and I thought that's what you had to do to get big. And obviously, I think I grew more doing leg press and like belt squats and stuff. I think it just hit my quads better. But I did all that, and I remember I did like 435 for 20 for my birthday, like when I was like 24, 23. And I was like, dang, dude. I was like, I think I'm going to go and do 500 next week for 20. Because it was just easy. Didn't feel bad. And I was like, man, 500 for 20 sounds pretty cool. And I remember, I went to the chiropractor. I got an x-ray on my back. And, my L1 through L5, he was like, man, you're supposed to have a 35-degree curve here. And you have a 4.5-degree curve. It's all stacked on top of each other. And and he was, and I would wake up, whenever I would get home from leg day, I would go sit on the couch and my legs would spasm all night. I would have shooting pains from my back all the way down my legs. And I was like, man, literally my lower back would kill me more than my quads would be sore. And I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. So I just switched up my training then, man, just because I couldn't. I knew if I kept going, I was going to mess something up. So I went to pendulums. I went to bell squats, hack squats, V squats, anything other than, a regular squat, kind of to relieve some pressure off my back. And I think my legs just blew up then, man. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah. I'm with you, Trey. I think 2020 was the last year that the majority of my stuff was free weight movement. And I was married to the logbook that year. That might have been my most, we'll say, hardcore year of bodybuilding, right? It would be a week out from my next squat session, and I would be planning out my water rest strictly I got up to squat in 6 plates for 7 to 8 reps, and my deadlift was pretty heavy. But after that year of training, I was so burnt out and my body was so fucked up that going into my next off season, I was like, there's no way I can do at this age, there's no way I can do that again. I was 30, 31, 32 at the time. And my training's completely changed. I'm a machine guy now. It's still intense as hell, but it's movements that don't hurt me.
But I'll tell you this though. if someone goes, because I know now I'm limited in putting on tissue because of the amount of injuries I have, right? And I know I would be a lot further if I was able to train 100%. But if you ask me, hey, if you could start over, would you have done that, or would you start it off kind of like machines? I would say, fuck that. I'll do the exact fucking same thing I did.
100%.
But I remember there's a few squat sessions where I wish I would have done some more fucking reps. There's no fucking chance in hell I would have changed anything. Because I don't know what your physique would have looked like, right? These guys now they're starting off with machines, and squeezing and stuff.
That's why they all look like a twig, bro.
Don't even get me started about these new guys coming up and the way they're training, the way they're eating. I don't even want. I will go on for hours, and I will be so frustrated and upset. I just can't take it anymore, man. When we started, we did it because we loved it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not mad at the way I trained when I was younger, man. I wish I would have figured it out a little sooner. But, you know, like when you're young and you see like Ronnie squatting 800 pounds, you're like, hell, I got to squat 800 pounds or I'm not going to look like Ronnie. And I want to look like Ronnie, damn it. You know? So
there's nobody doing single arm cable pull downs in Ronnie's back when we started.
No,
you know what I mean? You know what that was called? That was called rehab. Or warming up. That's called warming up your shoulder. That's what that was.
Hey, Sean, how has your training evolved since like you got into weightlifting? Were you like a free weight guy, just like free weights out the gate?
Yeah, free weights, but now as I'm older, I'm using more machines, but now it's more time under tension, you know, trying to feel it, instead of going heavy.
Do you still enjoy that?
How old are you, Sean?
52.
Okay.
You enjoy that though, Sean?
Yes and no, like you. It's like there's days where you just want to get in there and tear shit up.
See, that's what I'm saying.
My shoulder's not going to do it. My hamstring doesn't allow me to do it anymore. So it's like I got to work all around it. But
you do it more.
It's a reset in the brain.
Sean, I feel like when I get your age, man, I'm going to probably do like more cables and machine stuff just for health. Like, I don't even think I'll go to the gym like I go now, you know? Like,
I don't think I'll go at all.
Dude, that's what I'm thinking, bro. Like, I'll still go, I think, 3 days a week, but that's it. That's it.
Look, people, like my dad will tell me, son, why don't you just go in the gym and just lift to just be healthy? And I'm like, hold on. First of all, these are different sports, right? I'm not in there to just lift weights or work out. We train, and it's and when we get in there and lifting hard and heavy, that is different than going in and training like, you know, higher reps and squeezing stuff. Like, to me, they're not even the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the difference of like, you know, playing hockey and playing football. They're not even the same thing to me. So to me, if I couldn't go in there and train hard, which is, you know, because of injuries, I just might just say, you know what? I like food too much. I would rather just eat, you know, just be nice, fat and happy, just pick something else.
So the way you train now, are you still training hard and heavy, or are you kind of like cautious of stuff?
As hard and as heavy as I can, but I know now what that means, and there's certain things that I gotta be careful. I gotta pull back a little bit. It's not as heavy and it's not as crazy, but you can still push the intensity a little bit more controlled, right? Like you can still tap into that. But when you have those injuries, I've torn my pec 4 or 5 times, and so like when I'm training, like I can't push a set to 100% failure. It doesn't matter if it's 135. If I did that 12,000 times, it's going to pop. You know what I mean? So like I have to leave a couple on certain exercises. I have to leave, you know, a couple reps in the tank. And honestly, at the end of the set, I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if I never compete. I want to train 100%. If you could take one away, I would take competing away and just train 100% every day and go in there and have fun. Because that's why we did it anyway.
It's like your mind knows that your body can do it, but you can't do it. You know what I mean?
That's the hardest thing. My mind is still the same as when I was 18, 19 years old. But my body, and so like literally, I'm like calling myself a pussy as I'm leaving the gym. I'm like, you just like, you didn't, what are you doing? Why are you But you're right. Your body stops you. There's no like, there was a window where you could push through it and it would be painful. And then now we're at the spot where there is no pushing through it. Your body 100%. Just doesn't even, it won't even allow it.
I feel like the older I've gotten, I've kind of, I've been more cautious in the gym. I feel like sometimes, like, dude, when I was like 23, 22 to like 26, 27, like I would go in the gym and see if I could hurt myself. Like I was like, man, if this don't hurt me, I'm going to grow from it. That was my mindset. But then after like 26, when I got to 27 and now, I kind of go in there because I've got the size that I need. It's like, man, I just don't need to get hurt, So if I stay, if I don't get hurt, I'm going to be okay. You know what I mean? So I think as I've gotten older, it's like, man, my training has been weaker, of course, but I feel like, sometimes you have to be. It's like, I can hit this machine and do a little lighter weight, more reps, keep the tension on my chest. Or, I can throw up the 180s on incline for like 10 to 15 and maybe tear a pec. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And and Gasp will ask me like, well, we want to do a leg workout video with you. I'm like, no. Yeah. And they're like, why not? And I'm like, because I will die in that video because like I will do things that I know are not a good idea for me. And it's almost like I have no control over it. Yeah. It's like, it's just not worth it anymore,
That's my buddy Chris, man. He's like that, dude. He trains hardcore, and I love the dude, but he's had so many surgeries, and it's like, he won't stop. He just keeps, I told him, I was like, man, you need to train like me, train like a pussy, and just get in there and try to just move some blood. He's like, nah, dude, I can't, I can't do it. So,
but Blake, is it your mind? Let's just say that saying you can't do 315 because you're not going to look good, or is it just a mental thing that I need to look strong and do 315, 405? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, it has nothing to do with look good. Like even some of the gyms I train at, like there's not people there. I've trained by myself. I could be in a gym with not another person, and I'm going to be pushing as much weight.
You've been there before, so you got to go back there. And if you don't go back there, like you're capable of that. So anything less than that ain't real.
Yeah, and I've had some pretty big lifts. So like that's fun to me. That's competition to me. I don't necessarily need to stage a competition. My competition, I love pushing myself and see if I could do more. Obviously, there's a time where you can't do any more weight, or everybody would be bench pressing and squatting 1,000 pounds, right? But it's about it's not even so much the weight. It's just leaving the gym going, I fucked myself up. Good though. Like I killed myself. That was fun. It doesn't even have to be a certain amount of weight or a certain amount of reps. It's just, when you leave the gym knowing I destroyed myself, and now it's like, I left some in the tank, but you had to leave some in the tank, right? Like your leg pressing, and what gives out is your knees, but your knee buckles, or you pull it, your hamstring tweaks, and you're like, oh, okay, that's enough of that. Like
or your whole quad goes numb, and you're like, this shit ain't good. Yeah,
that's something that I've had to learn. Is just stepping away from a movement, right? Like sometimes warm-ups will feel fine. I'll put on working weight, 3 reps in, I feel something, and I'm like, I rack it now. Yeah. And I'm like,
yeah, for sure.
Nope, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Because 25-year-old me is like, if it didn't go, fuck it. I'm gonna push through that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all ever do this? You ever feel a little thing, feel a little twinge, and then it'd be like, let me try one more. Let me just see. Let me just see.
Yeah. I was about to say, bro, I did that with my peg, which I think I thought I had like a strap. I almost thought I tore it for a minute, man. But I was doing, I had like 4 plates on the incline. And dude, I was doing a lot day. Like I was like doing 3 to 4 reps, like shy of failure, and just did 10 reps the first set, felt fine. And so second set, go down. The first one felt fine. Second one I go down, and I almost felt like I stretched it too far, and it like felt like something like caught in my left peg, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I think let's try another one just to see if it's all right. I did 3. The third one felt great, dude. I went down on the 4th one, bro, and like it felt like a little knife. I don't even know. You can't like I don't think I tore anything up in here, but like right up in here, bro. Like I felt like a little knife. Like felt like it just jagged like. Dug in there, and I racked it immediately, dude. I went to the bathroom. I took my shirt off. I was like, what in the world? And dude, it like honestly, it hurt my shoulder more than it hurt my pec. So, and I was doing chest and shoulders that day. That was my first movement. I literally just put my shirt on and went home.
Yeah. Be careful though, because first time I tore my pec was when I was 18. I was doing incline 365 on incline, and I'm or 18. I played ball my whole life. Yeah. You know how we lift. We're coming down. We're bouncing. We're just trying to move it. I popped both pec majors. Pop both of them.
Both.
Yeah. And so now that's what I'm saying is like as the years have gone, it's like I trained my chest very smart, like it's slow, like it decently controlled.
So tell me this. So like, because I was doing about a 3-second negative on that. So what do you think, like, moving forward, like, what do I need to do to not mess it up?
Well, it's not the negative didn't do shit for me, honestly, because you still have the same amount of load on the muscle. You're not what's damaging the muscle is not necessarily is you pushing, right? You're going down and holding. You're going to be stronger, on the negative, so you can actually use more weight. So I don't think that's never really helped me is slowing down the negative. What's helped me is when I slowed down the change of direction. So I'm no longer going down, pausing, like as I'm going down and driving out of the hole. It's like as I'm pushing, it's a little, and then when I get here, now I'm driving. I am not driving 100% out of the hole ever. It's too.
Okay. So you're kind of pausing in the hole, and then just.
Kind of pushing, and then once I get about 2 inches out of the hole, now I'm driving. And the thing is, I don't want to say it's a blessing in disguise, but it kind of is. My chest was for most of my bodybuilding career one of my weaker body parts. And it's because I'm very shoulder dominant, and my presses have always been like strong. I've had strong presses, so I was using a lot of shoulder and everything else to be able to push. And when I ended up doing that to my pec, I no longer could do that. So now I just drive through the muscle. So it's not just like it's like
I couldn't even drive. I'm gonna have to go look back on like your Instagram pics and see, bro, because I never thought you tore your pecs.
Yeah. Well, and you can't see it. They've never moved. I've torn my hamstring 3 times. I tore my quad. Everything. Dude. Yeah. So that's.
See, I've never torn anything, but that was like my first scare.
But that's what I was going to tell you. Don't tear anything. Here's why: because after you tear it, pecs and hamstrings, you tear it once, forget about it. You're going to tear it.
How'd you tear your hammy?
I mean, you playing ball growing up. I always had bad hamstrings where I always pulled them. I played running back and linebacker, and I would just always pull my hamstrings.
That's why I got back in linebacker.
Exactly. Yeah, I was running back until I started getting a little heavy, and they were like, "All right, well, your 40 time was going down quite a bit." Yeah, I played nose in college too.
Dude, I was thinking you would be a good one, dude. You're so short down there, bro.
I was a nose and a fullback, but you just have to. But then after they started, I was pulling them. Then it turned into popping them. So in boxing one time, I slipped and I stepped on someone threw a straight and I slipped and I went to throw it. And then right as I stepped on there, my hamstring exploded and I fell. And I turned around and I told my coach, I was like, "Why'd you kick me?" And he's like, "I didn't kick you." And I was like, "What do you mean you didn't kick me?" He's like, "I didn't kick you." And the whole time practice, I thought he was kidding. And then he took me in his office and showed me on the film, on the camera, that he didn't touch me because literally it felt like somebody reared back and kicked me in the hamstring because my hamstring, it feel like it exploded. And I just hit the deck.
Sean, have y'all tore any muscles?
Yeah, so I tore my hamstring actually trying to sprint again.
Bro, that is.
I did a lot of dumb shit during COVID. Did a lot of dumb shit.
COVID done fucked you up, dog.
The fucked up part is I took like 30 minutes of warm up. Like I incrementally ran a little faster, ran a little faster, and then my first full out sprint, about 6 steps in, my left hamstring just.
COVID had you shaving your getting you into a mustache and tearing your hamstring, dog.
Mustache, hamstring.
Can't leave you alone with no boredom, man, at all for you, bro.
but with when you going, were you in a 3-point stance? I tore my hamstring by sprinting too. I was in paramedic school, and they said the big white guy wasn't athletic. I said I could beat you in push-ups or handstand push-ups. I could out jump you and I could out sprint you. I out jumped him. There was like a ceiling in our class. We had to touch it. I out handstand push up them by a bunch, and now we were at the sprint. And I was like, I'm gonna smoke you guys, and I would have, but I was in a 3-point stance, and I shot out, and then I just fell my face.
Man, I'll be honest.
There's so much force when you're exploding like that. It's not like warming up. I mean, it matters, but it's like you would almost need to kind of like put some load on your hamstring to be able to like warm it up for that explosion, because like you stretching and dynamic, it's not going to do anything. You almost have to do some dynamic stretching. No,
we aren't built around. I know
exactly. It doesn't matter how much you mimic speed. It's once you actually hit that explosive step.
Yes,
the muscle's just not ready for that. No matter what you do to warm it up.
I've only ran like 2 or 3 times since high school, and so I swear,
you're 300 pounds. Don't run ever,
dude. I'm getting there.
They're gonna have to repair the ground. Don't run.
The only reason I did, when I was working at the hospital, we had a guy code outside, so we all had to run out there, get him, bring him in the mat, do all the CPR and stuff to him. Whenever I ran, whenever they called it, shoot, I'm sprinting. Like I'm not even thinking. Like I just hear it, I go. And I have a buddy there who's pretty athletic, I thought, but I beat him to the door. I was like, oh, let's go. But that was one time I ran, and then, dude, not like a couple months ago, I was walking in my neighborhood and a dog came at me. Dude, I darted in my neighborhood yard, and I ran like through, like we live like on this little street, and there's like houses just right down it. I ran through about 4 people's houses, bro.
I don't play with dogs.
Yeah, I was gone, and I didn't care nothing. Thank God. Like, dude, I mean, I was running pretty quick, or at least what I thought was quick. I don't know, but
let me tell you right now. Let me tell you something right now. It wasn't quick. I didn't see it, but it wasn't quick. Your hands might have been moving fast. Your feet were not moving near as fast as your damn hands were.
Blake, we gonna race, dog. We gonna race.
If it were, I'll race you, but nobody else can see. It's gonna be me and you.
All right, we'll do that. We'll tape up our hammies real good.
Yeah, I'll race you about anywhere from like 3 to 12 feet. I'll race you. Anything past that,
we'll race to a plate, huh?
Yeah.
Front door to the mailbox.
Yeah.
Blake, you gonna be at the Olympia with Gasp?
No, I'm not.
No?
I got too much going on with them, man. It's like they go and do big trips and stuff, which is cool. But look, man, I got a regular 9 to 5, and I got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm very busy, man. Like, do you know how nice it would be to be able to go to like the Speedway with them at like noon? But it's like you know what I mean. I gotta
be at work, bro. I gotta make money.
Look, I told MJ, hey MJ, you want to go ahead and put me on a salary? You want to go ahead and look? We'll make you a deal. You pay me $75,000 a year, and I will go to every single one of your events. No, I'm joking, but obviously, it's just I just don't have time. I'd like to go, some of their, and I don't go to the events even as much. I don't even go to destinations as much because it's just kind of far from where I'm at. Not where I live, but where I work. So, I never. Not often, because the same thing, man. It's like for one, honestly, a big thing is I have a lot of injuries, and somebody that doesn't understand that. And I didn't get it when I didn't. When people tell me their back hurt, pussy, their shoulder hurt, pussy, train, just train through it, train harder.
Yeah.
Like, and so like whenever now, for one, I don't want to hold them back because I can't do certain things. Like when I'm training with Luke, when we were training back, he's like, "Well, you want to do something?" I was like, "Bro, I can't do that." And I'm like, "Don't make me, because if I do, like, I'm gonna hurt myself, and I don't want to do that."
Luke trains pretty hardcore.
Yeah, and he's strong. He's a strong kid. I mean, he's a big kid, So
he's young, bro. He's got that youth.
Yeah. I tried to tell him about my back and like something, and he's just like, you could tell he just doesn't get it. And I'm like, just wait, bro.
You know what he said? He said pussy.
Yeah. He was looking at me like I could tell that he didn't quite understand, and I don't blame him because I didn't understand. There's a certain point when your back is so bad, there's no they'll say, well, just sit down. If is your back, it's like my back's not pumped. There's no pump. It's not a pump. My spine is messed up. Like, it's really bad. So
anybody that trains with me, I let them know, like, hey, my back ain't there, bro. So if you need to do something else, do it. By all means, I'll be there for you, but I'm not doing it.
That's what I said too. And I don't like to, you know how it is, man. Like, I don't, obviously I'm not a pro, but I consider myself knowledgeable in the sport.
Yeah.
And we've accumulated knowledge over people we've trained with, guys we've talked to, even like this, right? We're picking your brain. So I might learn from somebody that's been doing it for 15 years, and they've learned from somebody else. So we're getting knowledge from hundreds of thousands of people. And so the knowledge that I've gathered, I've applied, and it's worked for me. Maybe not in a muscle building standpoint always, but it just works for me, right? The way that I do things. And again, most of it is injury. So it's very hard I don't want to come in and someone be like, want to do something, me tell them, nah, I can't do that. Like, I don't want to argue. I don't want to play this game. I know what works for me right now, and how I have to train.
And everybody feels different with different movements too, man.
Exactly, man.
That's whenever I write people programs or I'm working out with somebody and we have similar stuff that we're doing, I'm like, hey, if I do a lying leg curl and you do a seated leg curl, and you feel that seated leg curl better, do it, because I feel this lying one better. You know what I mean?
See, that's a great point. Sure. I think people, as y'all know right now, there's a big thing with these top sets, right? First of all, fuck out of here with fucking top sets. Train 5-6 fucking sets. Every set's the fucking failure. There ain't no fucking top set. Put one plate on, failure. 2 plates, failure. 3 plates, failure. 4 plates, failure. 5 plates, failure. 6 plates, failure. There ain't no fucking. We're trying. Is that the best? Is that the best? Is that the best thing for putting on tissue? I don't give a shit. I love that, and also it actually helps me more now with being more injured. Yeah, because let's be honest, I cannot do one all-out set. I will pop everything in me. So it's actually better if I don't want to say leave some in the tank. I can't, because I won't be able to sleep tonight. But you got to kind of, you got a little bit, maybe just a little. And so because of that, now why would I only do one set? If realistically I took this set to 90% failure, why would I be good with that? I have to do another set. And so I just do a couple more sets, not quite to failure. And as we all know, one person's failure is not another person's failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody's so different, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough training with other people, man. Because like you figured out what works for best for you, I figured out what works best for me, Michael. And it's like, how do we come together? And some people, and if y'all know people in the fitness industry, they think they got it all figured out.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
They don't want like. We can't come together and create a workout that's going to work for both of us. No. It has to be there because they fucking know, or that person.
Yeah, and it's like their workout rules over your workout.
Yeah. Another reason I don't like work. Look, I won't say I don't like working out with people, but I always feel when I do train with somebody, all right, I got to step up even more than regular, and that shit's dangerous for me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like. I'll be training with somebody new or somebody who wants to get a session in, and they'll want to whatever the movement it is, doesn't matter, right? Like I find myself being like, fuck it, Mike, like let's step up today. You're usually doing like 7 plates on this power squat. Let's do 7 and let's just fuck it. Let's throw on 8 and hit the same rep range. And that's where I have to like throw the ego aside at this point and be like, hey man, I mean, you were expecting, I don't know what you were expecting today, but this is what I got. This is what I got to do.
You said something really, really big right there, and it's a phrase, and that's when you know you're about to hurt yourself. And the phrase is "fuck it."
Yeah,
and you said it twice, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You'll go in and you'll be like, "Hey, bro, I got a bad back. I can't barbell squat," and you're over there fucking doing some fucking bullshit, fucking. Hack squats with a reverse band, and homies in the corner doing 6 plates, and all you're like is fuck it.
Fuck it, for sure.
Yeah, I know I can out-train you. I'm not going to walk for 3 weeks, but I'm about to bury you in this set. And guess what? That's what happens.
Yep,
That's why I can't do that. There's one guy that I train with sometimes. His name's Isaac. He actually coached me in 2020 when I won Texas State, when I won the overall there. And I took 8 years off from competing then. 8 years. I still, and it wasn't on purpose. I tried to take, because I did nationals when I was 21, and then I took some time off. I obviously needed to put on some size, and then I got really sick with my asthma, where I was in the ICU. Like I was going by ambulance like 3 times a week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got real sick, man. And then it got to the point where I couldn't work out, but that didn't last too long. I still train, that was probably about 1.5 years. And then I still ate all my meals, still trained. I just didn't step on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was and then he came when I saw him. We hadn't seen each other since he did my very first show in high school. He was my coach. So yeah, he prepped me for that show, and then we've kind of trained together here and there since. And the thing about him is, it was the same thing when we first started. He's like, "What about this? No. What about this exercise? No. Why? Because I said no.
Yeah.
Like because I don't want to do it, and I don't like it. That's why. And now we've learned to like kind of figure out and navigate. I think if you have a workout partner for any significant amount of time, y'all learn each other, and you learn how to push each other. You learn what they can't do, what you can do, and y'all. I think it can be really beneficial if you have somebody that is just not one of these cocky, thinks they know it all in the fitness industry. If that's the case, sure. I think a workout partner can actually be very beneficial.
Yeah.
100%. My training's changed a lot now too, because last year I got COVID and Brandao like right before like the amateur Olympia. Didn't even know, dude. Like my wife had to stop me, dude, because I was like 8 weeks out, and like I'd walk down our hall and I'd be like leaning on the wall. I'd be falling asleep in my chair, and dude, like every time I stood up, I'd get so dizzy. And my wife was like, "Hey, we got to call Blue." She's like, "You should not be this tired." And I was like, "Hey, it's a prep, it's just you got to go through it, And and it was my first prep with Blue, and I was like, it's just gonna be rough. And so
Blue will rag your dick through the dirt. He will deplete the shit out of you. Yeah, he'll bring you in shape.
Yeah, well, Brooke had to get on a call. We got on a call with him, and she basically was like, "Hey, Trey's acting like this. This is not how he should be, is it?" And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "Not at 8 weeks out." He's like, you need to go get checked, like COVID, whatever, whatever you think it is. So I went to the hospital. I worked basically like 2 months like this, man. And then I was right at it was a Friday, and I walked into our nurse practitioner's office. It was right after lunch because I stood up. And the whole room was like spinning. And I was like, "Hey, I need to get checked, for COVID." And he's like, "All right, whatever." He sends me to the nurse. I get checked and pops up positive right away. So go there, go to a doc in the box, man. Ended up, I had to basically do my own stuff, but my CK levels were like 3,100. And I think normal's like 150. Or no, I think normal's like 49 to like 100 or something like that. But mine were at like 3,100. And so, dude, felt terrible. So I took 4 weeks off completely. No training, no cardio, but I went no carb because I told Blue, I was like, "Hey, I still want to do this show, bro. Like, I'm not doing the show." And so anyway, got it. Basically, still did the show. Probably didn't look my best. Could have looked better, but that's just I just can't.
Hey, but you didn't pull a Nick Walker.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
You got on.
Yeah.
Did y'all talk? Y'all did talk about it?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but dude, and even my training's been different since then because after the amateur O, dude, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go balls to the wall, right back to it. I trained 2 weeks hardcore, failure, everything, and dude, I felt so bad. Like after every workout, I felt like I had the flu, and dude, it would not go away. So I've been talking to Dom Cardone a lot. Me and him pretty similar with training, dude. I like him a lot, but talked to him, and he told me to go to 3 to 4 days a week of training. And he said my body needs the rest. He said, just try that. And he's like, I promise you, just do it. And I was like, okay. I told Blue, I was like, hey, I'm going to start training 4 days a week. It's going to suck, but I just want to see, what happens. And I'm on my 3rd week of it now, and I feel pretty good, man. I'm not going to lie.
Interesting.
So, I know it's weak, but, I had to.
No, I like rest days more than I ever have in my career. By the time my rest days come around, I'm thankful that it's a rest day. Where back in the day, I would be like, let's fucking run it on a rest day. I feel good.
Yeah, enough. Yeah. Like your buddy calls you up, like, hey, you want to go, hit something? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Leg day.
Yeah, it's rest day, and you're like, well, shit, I can do calves.
Yeah, exactly.
My forearms, I ain't hit my forearms ever, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, boys. But I got to get a meal in.
Yeah, same, bro. I'm about to eat again.
Thank you, Thank you, Blake, for coming on, man. It's awesome.
Of course, bro. Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I would, anytime I'd love to jump on.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Awesome.
One parting word I will say to Trey is Bama can bleed.
Damn, bro. Dude, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it, bro. Dude, we deserve that. Like, man, we got whipped, bro.
Yeah, it was surprising to say the least.
Man, our defense, dude, could not stop them, man. It was like, even at the end, like the ending just summed it up, man, because if we get a stop there, our offense is so electric, dude. We'll probably win that game. For sure. Defense just can't make a stop, bro.
For sure.
So, but
my volunteers are ready.
Dude,
volunteers are ready.
Hey, Vols can bleed too, bro.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Dude, how bad is it we lose and then y'all drop the ball too?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I was running on a high, and yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm worried about South Carolina this weekend, dude.
Yeah. They're nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're nice.
I thought we'd have Tennessee undefeated, like in Neyland Stadium, but it ain't gonna be like that at all.
Yeah. And then, Sundays for me now. Talking about NFL, man, they're tough. I'm a Titans and a Patriots fan, so
dang, bro. With the Titans, you got me with the Titans, but the Fins got you this weekend, baby.
Golly. I mean, it's just bad quarter.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah, the Fins are terrible, dude. Who's the quarterback for Tennessee now since Levis is out?
So I didn't watch Tennessee play last week. I think it's our backup is. That's a great question. I wasn't even a Will Levis fan in college, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of him. Blake, who's your team?
Oh, Cowboys. Oh, man, I'm a huge Cowboys fan.
You're a Dallas fan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn, bro.
Big time.
Who's your college team?
Crazy enough, I'm not a huge college football guy. And I don't know I know, and I'm a massive football fan. I don't know what it is. I think maybe I never went to a big university.
Yeah.
When I played ball, and maybe that's it. And then even when I only went there for a year, and then I went to multiple colleges, but they were all they weren't big universities, So I think maybe I was just never a part of. And I'm not the kind of guy that just is a fucking bandwagon fan, or I don't follow trends. I don't do any of that shit. I don't ever. If I like something, it's because I like it, and it feels. And I don't know why I don't like college ball.
Yeah.
Or I like it. I just don't have a college team.
Yeah. I've been a Fins fan since first grade, and I was born to be a Bama fan. Like my whole family, dude.
See, that's different.
Bama.
Yeah. Bro, on Friday, I went to. I know it may sound weird to y'all, but I went to a high school football game. Texas high school football is a little different.
Dude, yes.
Yeah. Texas high school.
I'm actually thinking about going. There's my high schools. They lost last week by 1 point. They were undefeated up until last week, and they're playing like a really good team. They went to state. The team they're playing went to state last year and lost barely, and then they went to the state the year before and lost barely. But they're playing in a regional matchup, so I may actually go to that this Friday. I don't know.
It's fun.
You should go check it out for sure.
Yeah,
you should go check it for sure. I thought about getting into coaching, doing some coaching for high school basketball, not football, but basketball.
I'm about to apply.
Are you
for a coaching job? Yeah, they have like a assistant. So me and my girl we're about to move states. We're moving to Oregon.
Oh dang!
Really?
Yeah. She's from Oregon.
You're gonna be with Blue, man.
Blue's in Oregon?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Bro, just come back, bro. Just come on
back. Did he Blue, I think I already burned that bridge with Blue. He knows I was going through a lot, but it was just.
Dude, I promise you, me and Blue are tied, bro. I got you. If you want it, I got you.
I need a coach. But Oregon is beautiful. I don't know if y'all have been to Oregon. I've never thought I would live anywhere ever other than Texas. And I went to my girlfriend, Kelly, her family's from Oregon. So we went to visit them and I went to meet them. And 2 days in, I'm like, I don't know why I'm in Texas.
Yeah, Blue
bro, it is. Bro, I'm gonna send you some stuff. And it is the most, and I'm not big in it's a pretty area. I didn't think I would like that shit, but it is beautiful. I talked to people in Oregon, and they said people that live in Oregon, they said when they go on vacation, they just go to different parts of Oregon. There's so much shit to do there. And they said,
Blue don't like it.
What?
I think Blue's like up where it's cold though. Like
it's cold pretty much everywhere. That's the thing. I'm in Texas.
Okay.
Bro, I sweat when I sleep. I sweat all the time. I get tired of sweating, bro. And like they just open the windows in the evening. They don't even have an air conditioner. They just open the windows.
Being a Northeast boy, I'll tell you, you will not like winters. Once you get a real winter, it is not fun.
Yeah,
it is not fun. Like we're already like 40 degrees here at night. Like there's frost on my car in the morning.
Dude, it's perfect in Bama right now, man. It's like 75, like especially
my thermostat set to 63 right now.
that sounds like my wife, dude. But yeah, it's nice in Bama right now, but man, it'll get hot. But when it's cold, I mean, it don't even get that cold in Bama, but when it's cold, I don't even like that.
Yeah. No, I don't like it. I mean, we're gonna stay here for probably another, at least till Quinn is graduate high school. Then we're probably gonna make a move. We like Virginia a lot. We're thinking of Virginia.
Just come on to Bama, dude. Texas, we got that good water, bro.
Yeah.
Me and you go fishing every weekend, bro.
You do. Yeah, I know. You guys got good lakes. Texas got good lakes too. Texas got good lakes too.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas has got all the good gyms too, man. I feel like everybody moved there, bro.
See, that's what I'm worried about going to Oregon is like there's nobody there, man. There's no bodybuilders there. That's why my girl's like
O'Malley's gym. You know, I don't know where that if they have
and Shire's gym.
Okay. Yeah, I know
Justin Shire is there.
Blue. Well, I always hear.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say I always hear Stu Sutherland talking about how he wants to move out of the Northwest because he feels pretty isolated as a bodybuilder up there.
Yeah, but he said he liked O'Malley's, the gym.
Yeah, but what do you like? Isolated, like he's not around a bunch of bodybuilders.
I guess.
I don't care about that.
Yeah,
like I'm the same. I make my own environment wherever the fuck I am.
I don't like this whole like be around. I don't want to be around a bunch of people from the fitness. Like I got guys that are cool, but if I don't know you, like I don't feel like I need to be in a gym, hardcore gym with another 50 people that compete.
Well, you're around them all, bro.
yeah. But I mean, I could go to an LA Fitness and train my ass off, and I don't give a shit who's at the gym. Because 100%. the environment it matters, but if you're mentally strong enough, it don't fucking matter who's in the gym. If you have exactly, and all you got to do is I know, especially with how y'all are in bodybuilding, y'all have that switch where you could turn it on and there's demons in that head, and you don't need no music or nothing. And at the end of the day, that's what it is, man. It's about, and that's what I love. And I train hard and heavy with nobody even there. I don't feel like I don't need to be around. I mean, it's cool, right? I mean, it can be cool, but I don't feel that I really need that. And, Destination is cool. And they got it is badass. You see James train there, and you see you see Sean and you see them there. It's really cool. It is cool. But it's just kind of a normal thing when you see it a lot. And the only issue is with that comes the bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm the only one in Bama, dude. I'm literally the only bodybuilder in Bama, I feel like.
Really?
I mean, they're the only ones here, but not like national level guys.
So how does that feel then? Because I thought it would feel like I wouldn't really care who's there. Or like, does it matter because y'all worried about like competition? Like when you're stepping on stage, or you just want to be around other bodybuilders?
I just wish I had a better gym. That's it.
That's more of what it is for me.
I just like the nice equipment. I don't get that.
Yeah. Same here.
Everybody's got the cool stuff. Like I see everybody posting at all those nice fancy gyms with the Panada stuff and all that. I don't got none of that, bro.
No.
Yeah, I guess I'm spoiled. We do got some badass gyms here.
For sure, bro. Yeah. So, but anyway, guys, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'll see you. It's good talking to y'all.
Before we leave, I'll tell people once again on the bottom of the screen and in the description, there's the GoFundMe that Ranson's doing for North Carolina, South Carolina, and in the description, awesome. I'll also have his Instagram and other ways that you can donate to people. So everybody go donate because that shit's important.
Yep.
And man, prayers for all of Florida tonight, for real.
Yeah,
I haven't checked the news, but we all got people that we know there and people that we don't know there. Hope everybody's as safe as they can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All
right, boys.
All right, y'all.
Thank you all for coming on.
Yeah,
Talk to y'all later.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir.